My next guest is a former breast cancer surgeon who faced the disease herself 3 times. And now Dr Hilary Jones has written a new book. It's called The Cancer Roadmap. Now, this is full of common sense, practical tips, addresses a lot of myths, debunks them, there's a lot of truth and a lot of logic. And she joins me now. The cancer, we need a roadmap, don't we? We really do. And I guess you must have thought that when you were going through cancer yourself, even somebody who's been a surgeon.
I thought I knew what cancer was, but I'd never been a patient. Right. And you suddenly realise that the doctor is giving you all this information, but you don't know who to trust, you don't know what's real. And over the last couple of years, there's so much nonsense on social media, you don't know who to believe.
Yeah, this is the thing. Believe this. It's so reassuring, though, Liz. It's the kind of book, sure, if you're going through cancer yourself, you'd want this at your bedside. But also, if somebody you love or somebody you know is going through cancer, it gives you a much better understanding of what they are going through.
I just wanted to take a year or so just to research all the myths and all the facts so people can actually understand and believe this is why we get cancer. It's not your fault. This is how it's treated. This is how to interpret what you hear and see online, just so you know you're empowered, you can make the right choices.
I mean, it must enrage you sometimes when you see the nonsense that's online. Yeah. You know, the kind of thing when people say, oh, don't be doing the chemotherapy, don't be doing all of that. You know, drink this funny stuff and you'll be okay. And you're like, and of course, if you're desperate and you feel that, you can understand why people are bamboozled.
You're frightened, you're scared, you're vulnerable, you want certainty and hope. And it's the one thing your doctors can't give you. But we know when people choose alternative remedies instead of what doctors offered, they are at least twice as likely to die and 6 times more likely if they have breast cancer.
Jeez.
It's terrifying.
But there's also things out there like what you put in your body and what you put on your body can actually mean that you will get cancer. And you debunk a lot of that.
Exactly, the nonsense about chemicals in your makeup that are going to give you cancer, or deodorants. People think the deodorants cause cancer because they block the sweat glands in the lymph nodes. They think underwired bras cause cancer, which isn't true. And then you've got the things about diet and stress, and people are just eating themselves up.
I know, and it's hard and being scared because, you know, what you say, and it's very, very sensible, is eat as well as you can. Yeah. As well as you can. But it's OK if you fall off the wagon now and again because we're all human beings.
We all know what we're meant to eat.
Of course we do.
Less stuff out of packets, more fruit and veg, but it's hard work. There isn't a magic cancer diet, and there are over 10,000 cancer diet books on Amazon.
Wow.
People believe that sugar causes cancer, we should cut it out of the diet, you can alkalise it, and none of it is true. But you've not got doctors like me saying, just eat a normal common sense diet. Yeah, and that's the problem.
Yeah, and it's that thing of it's not your fault.
No, and if you want to have a chocolate biscuit or a glass of wine, that's fine.
It's OK.
The impact of diet on your cancer risk is really, really small, and you shouldn't feel guilty about enjoying yourself.
Well, because mental health is important as well, isn't it? I mean, a lot of people say, oh, well, a positive attitude can cure or make you better. It can't. No. It can help you deal with what you're having to deal with, right?
Exactly. If you're in a better mood, you're more likely to exercise and look after yourself, which can all help.
Right.
But being sad or being stressed doesn't cause cancer. But although I'm cancer-free now, you're not free of cancer. That fear, the anxiety, the depression that a cancer diagnosis can bring is always there in the background.
It's always going to be the forefront. It's that thing of not having peace of mind.
Exactly.
That's hard to deal with because when we have it, we don't think about it, do we? No. But when it goes, then it's a horrible thing to have there all the time. So you do need help, because even you yourself, I know at Christmas time you went to a very dark place.
Yeah, I was. The grief of losing both my parents and the fear of my cancer coming back, and it was just all too much. And I think when you're in the public eye helping people, they share their stories with you.
Of course they do.
And it's a privilege to get them, but there are times when you need to think, I'm a patient. Yeah. I just need to look after myself as well.
Yeah, you do. It must have given you such a huge insight into what it's like on the other side.
Yeah, and I think we don't help people when you're in remission. Like Princess Catherine, when the doctor says, right, you're clear, off you go, you're now left with, well, what do I do? What do I eat? How do I know it's going to come back? And I think we need to do a lot more to help patients live and get their quality of life back. Like the book will say, this is what you can do to reduce the risk of recurrence. Give them something positive to feel.
Exactly. That's what I think so important about this book, is that you're not because sometimes you feel like you are left hanging. It's great news. Goodness me, you're in remission. That's amazing.
Bye.
But then you're like, oh, right, is that then? So now I'm on my own, floundering sometimes.
Scary.
Yeah. So you need that hand. Anybody who is sadly going through this today or waiting for results, or somebody that they love is living with cancer, is there anything you would want to say to them that would make it just better?
It's not your fault.
Right.
And you're not alone. And don't get your medical information off the internet.
No, please don't.
Trust your doctor. And if you want to try something alternative, please let them know, because it can do more harm than good.
Right. But and if so, exactly, because sometimes people will say, oh, well, if you want to do that alternative thing, that's fine. But actually, that could interfere with the treatment that you're getting.
Exactly. A lot of supplements can stop common breast cancer drugs working. They can make radiotherapy less effective. And it doesn't say that when you buy them on the tin. So tell your doctors what you want to take so they can tell you whether it's safe.
Do you know there's an awful lot of people out there making an awful lot of money out of people's misery?
And that's the thing. If there was a magic bullet, you get it for free on the NHS.
Right. Yeah, that's true. You're absolutely right. The thing about it is, which I didn't know, 200 types of cancer.
Yes.
48 types of breast cancer. Because you kind of think when you've got breast cancer, you've got breast cancer. And that, again, that's why we need a roadmap.
Yeah.
That's exactly why we need a roadmap.
Cancer is not one disease.
No.
And that's why you have specialists and experts to make sure you get the right treatment for you.
Exactly. Liz, thank you for coming in. This is a book for everybody. It really is, because sadly, so many people are impacted by cancer in one way or another. And it's out today.
It is.
Oh, happy publication day.
Thank you.
And I know this is going to do incredibly well, because it's just full of common sense.
Yeah.
And it's written by somebody who knows.
I do.
Both sides.
Yeah.
Both sides. Liz, thanks ever so much.
Thank
More
you.
power to you. Hi there. Thanks so much for watching our YouTube channel. We upload new videos every single day. So click here if you're interested in this video, or head to the homepage for more amazing content.